Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Super Bowl. We're finally at Super Bowl week. We got the Chiefs against the Eagles. Eagles are -1.5, and I'm not changing my mind. I think the Eagles win this game, and I think people are misinterpreting the last video. I think the Eagles are the better team. I think they're at the better moment right now. I think they're healthier going into this game, and I think they're going to execute better. Now, when you look at this game, I'm not saying this is going to be an easy jog for the Eagles. I think this is a one-score football game. I think it comes down to the fourth quarter, and I think it does come down to little things, maybe one big explosive play, and that's where I'm going to both sides of the ball. And I know about Mahomes. I know he's probably the best quarterback in the league at the moment. I had to read comment after comment. And we get it. I never am underplaying Pat Mahomes. I am never disrespecting him. And I am not living in an alternative reality where I somehow think Hurts is equal to Mahomes. I know having an elite quarterback helps. I know when you put your money on the line, you do tend to want to go with the better quarterback. But sometimes we have to remember these are 53-man rosters. There's 11 on defense, 11 on offense, and one man isn't going to change the game. Can he play a big part in it? Yes, but no one has said Lawson. I think this Chiefs team is more balanced than the Eagles. Lawson, I think this Chiefs defense is better than the Eagles defense. No one has said anything along those lines, and I think those two factors come into play. And I'm seeing the Chiefs injury report. It doesn't look like Nicole Hardman's going to play. Kadarius Toney is doubtful to play as well. Juju is banged up, and that's where I'm concerned. At a certain point, you need dogs. You can't just throw it underneath to Travis Kelce. You're going to need others to step up and make big plays. Now, that Chiefs defense was absolutely phenomenal at Arrowhead Stadium against Burrow and the Bengals. We have to tip the fedora, and none of us are trying to take away the respect they deserve. But can you see that happening again? I mean, can you see the Eagles having 3 or 4 straight 3-and-outs? Can you see the Chiefs getting 4 third-down tries again? Remember that, where the Bengals stopped them on 3rd down, then they do the play over again? Listen, man. I think this game is going to be decided by unpopular things. Like, the run game is going to be unpopular. No one likes talking about the run game. No one likes talking about the trenches. I think the Eagles are better in both trenches. Now, this Eagles offensive line, they do have a big challenge because Frank Clark's good on the edge. Chris Jones can play any position, any technique on the defensive line. But I think in the other areas, the Eagles can win battles. I think you double team Chris Jones at the point of attack when you go to run the ball, and I think you can work that way. I think the Eagles will get the run game going. They're not going to start off like they normally do, getting 7, 8, 9 yards a clip like they did this whole year. It's going to be slow. It's going to be methodical. They're going to have to wear the Chiefs' run defense down, but I truly believe they will. Also, how aggressive does this Chiefs defense want to be against the run? Because when you got A.J. Brown, when you got Devontae Smith, when you got Dallas Goedert, that's an extreme level of explosion. And when you're in a close game, that can make a difference. And I'm just not seeing anything that's explosive for the Chiefs. I'm going back to the point. The Chiefs get their explosive plays from Mahomes rolling right, buying 6, 7 seconds of separation for the receivers. And I don't think that ankle's good enough to do it. But I also don't think that Eagles defensive line is going to let them do it. I think this is the best defensive line this Chiefs offensive line is coming up against the whole year. You could say the 49ers earlier in the year. I would not smug my nose. But this Chiefs offensive line has gotten a lot of headlines. The Chiefs have spent a ton of money on this offensive line. I don't think they got an easy day coming for the Eagles. And we know how you control this Eagles defense. You got to have run-pass balance. You got to run that thing right up the middle, work play action against them. Are the Chiefs the team to run the ball? Are they going to run the ball? No one in the comment section said, Lawson, I think the Chiefs run the ball better than the Eagles. No one said that. No one said that. And I think that's a big factor in this game that we need to highlight, that we need to look at. And I just think this Chiefs team, they're not balanced enough on offense. If they were getting the running game going, if this offensive line took the leap up that the media has been saying the whole year, they would be able to run the ball because Pacheco and McKinnon isn't bad. I just don't think they get the run game going. I think the Eagles get it going, and I think Hurts legs are going to be a bigger factor in this game. And when you look at Mahomes, that ankle injury's got to have some sort of lingering effect. Hurts seems fully healthy. Read option is going to be in play. And I also think, I'm not saying Hurts is going to have a better passing game than Mahomes. I am not saying that. No one misconstrue my words. But I do think the Eagles get more chunk plays. If we're talking those 20, 30 plus yardage, big plays that tilt the game on its knife's edge, I think the Eagles get more of that. And I think that's going to be the big factor in changing this game. When you look at turnover battle, Eagles have won this turnover battle the whole year. And I don't see them losing. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to come out here and give 2 or 3 turnovers to the Eagles, but I do think the Eagles play some of the cleanest football in the league. I do think they protect the ball like some of the best teams in the league. I think the stats prove that, but we can just watch that watching the film. So I think this is going to be a really tough game. I'm not saying the Eagles come out looking like roses. I'm not saying it's going to be easy by any means, but in the fourth quarter, the Eagles' run game will start leaning on them. The read option will come into play. Hurts will get something over the top once they put 8 men in the box. That will be the difference in the game. Eagles' defense gets more stops. Of course, Steve Spagnuolo is an X factor. We know he's a great defensive coordinator with the Chiefs. Does he have the dogs to stop this Eagles offense? And no one wants to give this Eagles offense credit because Hurts. Because Hurts! They got a top 5 offensive line. They got 2 absolute thoroughbred wide receivers, the most underrated tight end in the league. And Hurts can hurt you running the ball and throwing the ball. I think the Eagles do the little things here. They stop the run. They run the football. They use play action better. Mahomes will work magic, but I don't think it'll be enough. Give me the Eagles 27, 24, 24, 21 in that range. Hit the like button, share the videos. The best gambling show on the damn internet.